Hello, everybody.
Where am I?
Welcome to the esteemed Ghost Special Edition of Marconi Corner.
Where am I?
Can you word out for me? Today we have a special guest.
What is this?
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Ken Morales.
You're Kenneth.
Ken. H.
With two N's and an E and a TH. Well, this is our wonderful guest, Kenneth, who I abducted and befriended in the park and took him for this podcast.
I wanted to swing.
No.
Swing.
I thought you wanted the podcast because you were there, It was a perfect opportunity.
I wanted to swing.
Anyways, our topic for today is drum roll, please.
I also don't
Yeah,
know.
drum roll. Social context in 21st century literature of the Philippines.
What is that?
You don't know what that is? Social context. That's a really good question. So, according to Ghost School actually says that social context refers to different norms, cultures, institutions, issues, and many other different things within a specific society or civilization. And so, that's basically what social
So
context
it's basically like the surrounding
Yeah.
culture.
Yes.
The literature setting.
Yes, that's
Okay, I
basically
get it.
Yeah.
I hope the audience did get it.
Yeah, I think they got it as well. Pretty
But I
sure.
have another question.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, this is a ghost phone.
A what?
A ghost phone. What? You don't know what a ghost phone is? How old are you? You're old. Okay. Well, to explain to you what a ghost phone is, you know, like a flip phone.
Yeah, I think my son told me about it.
You have a son? Aren't you dead?
Yeah, I had a son when I was alive and he died. And he told me about it.
What did? Wait, when did you die?
1950s.
How did you? 19. The flip phone's really using it.
Yeah, but my son died in like 2000.
Okay, makes sense. All right. So, these things were popularized in the 21st century, and we're like the new models, right? So like they're not the old flip phones anymore. And basically, what we're able to do on this is like we're able to message people, we're able to connect to different people, we're able to watch different, various forms of content, access different media, and correlating to our topic today, we're able to read different literature, and that includes 21st century literature.
Oh, so you mean like there's no more.
No, that's it. It's called an ebook here.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Wow, that's old. You guys seem like you were from the 18th century. Well, back to our topic. So, today we're talking about the social context of the Philippines, or Filipino literature in the 21st century. Do you know anything about this topic? Would you like to first start off?
Okay. Well, I think I do. So,
Yeah.
little background of me is actually I'm a stalker in a ghost.
Yeah. What? No, what did you do? Why did you stop people?
I died. So
That's not a valid
I
explanation
can
for why
just
you
stalk people. They can't see me.
Okay, well,
Okay, so
Continue.
I actually stalk people for a living.
yeah.
And like one of the people I've stalked is actually I think it's a 21st century author. Do you know him? His name's Adonis Duran. I've lived in his walls for I think 2 years.
You're weird. You're really weird.
Ghosts are weird.
Yeah, that's true. I agree on that. That's weird. That's weird. What
Okay,
messed
so
you up?
he's like a 50-year-old Filipino poet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually what I really like about him is that he sits on his room every night and he writes. He writes his poems, his literature and stuff. And actually I really like his writing.
Why?
It's like one of which is actually his written as one line.
Ooh, so what?
Yeah, so it's kind of like amazing. So one of his works actually let me get my So number one is not all that drops falls to whom it may not concern, and pansin. I actually somehow wrote pansin.
Pansit as in like Pansit Canton?
Yeah, pansin. little context about Pansin is that it's a poem about a child reminiscing about not a child, but a man reminiscing about his childhood during his early days because like his household was abusive and they were poor. So he's mostly reminiscing about how he only had 1 meal per day and how his mother would do everything to feed him and how his father would get angry if the meal was pancit. Because a little context, pancit is a very cheap meal to make in the Philippines.
Okay, that's
Right?
fair,
So
yeah.
it's very filling. So it's very
It is delicious.
it's delicious and very prominent in the Philippines. So it's a good thing that he included it in his literature because it's a very keystone dish here in the Philippines.
It is.
Because it's not only for the rich, it's also for the poor. So talking about the poor is actually one of his social contexts that is described in his works. Poverty, social issues.
Okay.
So we all know that Philippines is a third world country even in the 21st century.
Yes, it is.
Which is unfortunate.
It really is unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So social issues such as poverty is actually very prominent in his works. And also another social issue that he often tackles is abuse and violence, which I think is not very acceptable but very normal here.
Unfortunately, yeah, it is unfortunate.
Unfortunately.
You
So
should get that taken care of here.
we should
Hey, okay, I'd like to add, I think I've also honestly found a similar, like other, well, not really similar, but like, we can correlate it. And his name is Abdon Baldwin Jr. And so, I'll give a little bit.
I don't know, I'm
What's
not
wrong with
sure.
you?
Is he bald?
Because his name is Balde. Okay. I'm shutting you for now. Okay, so basically, a little bit of history on him is that he's a Bicolano right there. And so he prominently writes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that basically. And so a little bit of background on him. He actually also was raised from a poor family, and his dad was a rice farmer who worked really hard. And he was also an engineer in training. Yeah. And he's also written quite a lot of work. And so we can see this reflection of his past on poverty and inequality in his stories, because that's actually one of the prominent themes in his different literature or literary works, and where we can see the different topics, poverty and inequality, which basically reflects not only his life but also reflects the state of the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
it states like a different what, like different issues we're tackling here in the Philippines. And so yeah, it's one of the main themes that he handles basically. Another interesting thing actually that I wanted to bring up is that one of the themes that he likes to tackle in his works, such as stuff like Cavalry Road and Cavalry Road.
Basically, like the surroundings and how it actually connects to the culture.
Not only that, Cavalry Road, Mayong, Pangarap at Kain, his works, like his works.
Oh.
Basically, one of the main things that he puts in his works is national identity.
Ah, that's the other thing.
Filipino. That's really assuming of it.
Filipino.
Well, we're not gonna get cancelled on this, but basically, national identity. He puts a lot of themes of national identity in his works, where he expresses the importance of how we gotta treasure our culture, our identity as Filipinos, because in a world where globalization is sort of prevailing, it's really important for us to actually keep our identity, because if we lose it, how are we supposed to preserve who we are and who we are to be?
Very nice.
Yeah, that's basically one of the authors that I've discovered as well. And so, I'd like to end this.
Wait, I like that.
Yeah.
So, actually, Adonis Dorado, I think it's very similar to Adonis Dorado.
Well, I think they both start with the letter A in their name.
Ha 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 ha. That's funny. Anyways, so they're actually very connected with their social context.
Yeah.
Because then Adonis Durado's works, as you all know, he writes in Cebuano.
Yeah, he does.
But his literary works are also set in the cultural, the Cebuano culture. So as we've seen in pancit, where pancit is a very prominent dish. So it's actually he used it as one of his subjects. I know, right? And also,
I'm kind of hungry.
I know, yeah. My name is Kenneth. Anyways, so as you can see, it actually tackles a lot of Cebuano culture, such as pancit, and also I think he also tackled about numerous poverty or situations here in Cebu, such as the old streets here, the vendors, stuff like those are like very everyday life, but actually is very intertwined with Cebuano culture.
Yeah, makes sense.
So in a sense, he's actually also preserving our cultural identity as a Cebuano.
That's true.
Same as Abdul Valdez preserving his
National
Bicolano lineage.
identity, yeah.
National identity and Bicolano lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to add a little bit more, Abdul is actually really versatile because he's able to use Bicolano, English, and Filipino in his work. So I think I really admire that part of him where he's like able to be versatile with what he's able to write.
That's very cool.
So to end this note, what are our reflections on this? Basically, for you, let's go with you.
Okay, for me it's like 21st century is actually more or less about the social issues that Filipinos have been experiencing here. Such as poverty and violence, and probably also globalization.
That's
because
true.
the authors are actually writing their own dialects, their own languages, in order to preserve their culture and their heritage. So it's a very powerful move against losing.
Yeah, that's
Okay, what about you?
For me personally, I agree with you. There's nothing more I can say. I think they're an inspiration to the younger generation of Filipinos, and they are a shining example of how we are to preserve and persevere through the challenges that we face in the Philippines, to bring awareness, to bring light to these
Yes, bring
topics.
awareness, very good.
And not only that, but by bringing awareness to these kinds of issues, these kinds of topics, younger generations, not only younger generations, but all generations across the Philippines are able to really put their heart into what's important for our country. And so I feel like they're doing, even though they're just writing, they're writing with their pens or they're typing on their keyboards, they're making a big impact for the Philippines,
They're making a very big impact.
for our culture, para sa ating bayan.
Para sa ating bayan.
Yes. So I think that's really cool, honestly. And so, we end this note with a little bit of a thank you, everyone. I am your host, Sen Yen Ten, and this is... No, it's Kenneth. It's Kenneth. It's Kenneth! Kenneth, who I befriended in the park.
Can I go to the
Yes. That's it for today, everyone. Bye-bye!
Bye, thank you.
This is the last episode of Ghost Specialist Marconi Corner. Bye!